Hi, I'm Nick Crowley, and the Olympic sport that I've chose is Judo. Judo is an unarmed fighting style, which is distinguishable from other martial arts by its throws to the ground. The principle of Judo is to never resist an opponent's force, but instead turn it back on your opponent. Um, the aim of Judo is to grapple with your opponent, to wrestle them. This did not include any striking, such as punching or kicking. So Judo is different from boxing and Muay Thai and everything because there is no um, striking of any kind. There are three ways to win over your opponent. The first is by either throwing them onto the mat, onto their back, pinning them down for 25 seconds, or performing a strangle or joint lock until they submit. You can preferably do this by using their own clothing, which I'll get to later, but it's their own clothing to strangle them, or By doing any of these three moves, you will be given a point, or an ippon, and will win the match. But if you get a half a point or a wazari, you will need 2 half points to win. So a ippon is a full point, which if you do any of those three things, you win. But a wazari is a half a point, so you'll need 2 wazaris to win. So 2 wazaris equal an ippon. Wazaris are given if your opponent does not land largely on their back. So say you do a throw and your opponent lands on his side, or he flips in midair and lands on his stomach, you'll be given a wazari. Also, if they don't land hard or fast enough, so say you do a sloppy throw and they don't go fast enough, or they don't hit the ground hard enough, you'll be given a half a point. If a pin is broken before 25 seconds, but after 10 seconds, it is awarded a partial points in the wazari. So anything done sloppily will be given a wazari, so half a point. Whereas if you were to perform a good throw or a 25-second pin, you'll win the match and you'll be given an ippon. Okay. When practicing or in a match, you must wear a judo gi, which is what I talked about earlier, that you can use the clothing, which is a gi, which is a 3-piece robe, preferably white, but you can wear, they come in different colors, black, yellow. The three pieces of the gi consist of a heavy jacket, lighter canvas pants, and a cotton belt. The jacket is called a uwagi, the pants a shirabaki, and the belt an obi. Out of these three parts of a gi, the belt is the most unique, as it displays your ranking through different colors. So you might be a white belt if you just started, a black belt if you've been doing it, which is the highest ranking. You could be a brown, a yellow, which it'll show whatever ranking you are. Judo is a relatively modern martial art created by Professor Jigoro Kano in 1882. Its roots lie in jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is it's grappling, so it's different from judo, as there's no throwing and instead there's submissions. And it's a lot more violent. But jiu-jitsu was the original art used by the samurai, so it's a lot older. But Jigoro Kano wanted to create a form of jiu-jitsu that could be practiced without fear of serious injury, where in jiu-jitsu you can strangle someone and you can break their arm with the submissions, which is a lot more dangerous than what judo is. So they wanted to avoid injury, and therefore judo was born. Although judo was first invented in 1882, it wasn't included into the Summer Olympics until 1964 in Tokyo, Japan. But the following year, in 1968, it was not included. But it has been in every Summer Olympic sport since then. At first, only men participated until the 1988 Olympics, but even then, women were used as a demonstration sport. Until 1992 at the Olympics in Barcelona, women were officially competing. So, pretty recently, women were allowed to compete. There was originally a men's category open to all weights, but this event was withdrawn after the 1984 games in Los Angeles. So, judo is something that's been around for a while, but not as long as the other combat sports such as boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and it's pretty underappreciated. It's not the most flashy of fighting styles, but you do see it in modern MMA and UFC, and it's something that's very apparent. And yeah, thank you.